Yo, what's up guys? The state of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is in a very weird state currently, to say it the least. Why is this important? Well, something to be mindful of is we will not be seeing any new title from Call of Duty until 2024, when Treyarch is scheduled to release their game. But we do know for a fact that we have some major stuff coming soon, as well as more scheduled for the fall when we would typically see a new Call of Duty title being released. And for anybody that doesn't know, within the next couple weeks, we're going to be seeing an absolutely major update for Warzone 2, DMZ, and MW2 with the launch of Season 2. But right as Season 2 is going live, we're expected to get more information about what's going to be released in the fall. This will likely be some more in-depth details on what to expect later this year, breaking down big things to hype up the player base for MW2, Warzone 2, and DMZ. So thankfully for anyone that's not fully up to speed with what's been going on recently, I'll be breaking that all down for you in this video, talking about what we can expect and so on. So obviously it's been announced by Bloomberg that Activision plans to delay the next Call of Duty game by Treyarch from 2023 to 2024. This is supposedly to allow more time to polish and finish the title, but don't sweat it. This is likely great news of them breaking their typical cycle of game releases, because if you think about it, Modern Warfare 2 will most likely be getting a full 2 years of content support from its developers, which is obviously sounding like a huge W. So while we could sit here and speculate on why the delay is taking place, I think the more important thing to focus on is what has been rumored for Black Ops. Supposedly it's supposed to be like a Gulf War taking place in the 90s, or it'll just be titled Black Ops 6 or Black Ops 76 or whatever else they decide to title it. About the only thing that is remaining consistent through all these leaks and rumors is that it will be Treyarch releasing the next title in 2024. Another thing to take note of is this news is coming straight from Jason Schreier, which is typically spot on with his reveals, and everyone that pays attention to the recent Call of Duty news should know that he's a very credible source, to say it the least. So that leaves us wondering with what all we can get out of Modern Warfare 2 and everything like that, being the first ever quote-unquote 2-year title officially. And at the time of recording this video, Infinity Ward just started a poll on Twitter asking the player community whether they would like to see Shipment 24/7, Shoot House 24/7, or Shoot the Ship. And for anybody that doesn't know, is basically just a popular hyped up playlist from Modern Warfare 2019, where basically it's a revolving door of Shoot House and Shipment. The only thing I don't like about this playlist is every time they cycle it in, it seems to favor Shoot House. And one thing that I would say is, why can't Infinity Ward learn? Why do we always have to take out the playlist that everybody enjoys playing? One thing I wish they could start doing is giving us Shipment 24/7, Shoot House 24/7, and Shoot the Ship. That way everyone can play what they want to play when they want to play it. I don't know if this is some type of way to grab the players and draw them back in, or if they honestly don't have the server space for it. I mean, we could sit here and speculate about it. And then lastly, what I think we'll do is we'll go through all of the Modern Warfare 2 Season 2 patch notes about ranked play, new weapons, maps, modes, hardcore, yada yada yada. And what I'll be using to do so is straight from Charlie Intel, which everybody should know is a pretty credible source as well. And for anybody that did miss it in my latest video talking about the delay of Modern Warfare 2 Season 2, the Call of Duty team did decide to release the scheduled update from February 1st to Wednesday, February 15th. They go on to say that the seasonal updates do typically arrive around 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And along with this, the Season 1 Battle Pass timer was expected to end on February 1st. While they haven't definitively said, many believe that the start date for Season 2 will end the Battle Pass. And for anybody that has missed it, Activision did release an official statement saying Season 2 will be launching on February 15th. Our studio teams have been making several changes based on what we have heard from our player community. Season 2 includes all new content with the return of Resurgence, and a brand new small map for Warzone 2 Ranked play is also back and coming to Modern Warfare 2, along with new multiplayer maps, new modes, weapons, and much more. Stay tuned for additional intel. So with Ranked Play arriving in Season 2, according to the devs, Modern Warfare 2 Ranked Play is arriving in Season 2, yada yada yada. For fans of competitive Call of Duty, you can scratch their itch by playing the CDL Mosh Pit playlist. everybody should know there's no definitive ranking system that goes along with that. Season 2 is rumored to give us a plethora of new weapons, including the crossbow and the Vepra 12 shotgun. To me personally, I think the crossbow is more believable because it's been in so many Call of Duty titles. Additionally, we have got some new game modes being leaked from Charlie Intel as well. Like here it officially says, according to leaks through data mining, the fan favorite gun game, gunfight, and crank modes are set to arrive during Season 2. Me personally, I would love to see a ranked gunfight playlist, but make sure you let me know in the comments below which one you would like to see more. And additionally, all of the hardcore fans listening, this one's for you. Infinity Ward did officially tweet out, "No HUD, no problem, hardcore is back." Follow Season 2's multiplayer updates in our studio blog later this week. I do want to also touch on what Charlie Intel said here because this hits it right on the nail. Tier 1 felt more like a realism mode featured in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, whereas hardcore mode will retain its original identity from previous COD titles. And there's also been a plethora of tweets from Charlie Intel giving us, some insight on what's next and what we can expect on Season 2. One of them like this that says, Infinity Ward says there's 5 new maps coming with Season 2. Details on the maps and new multiplayer modes will be announced with Season 2. Announcement set for February 8th. Additionally, there is some DMZ updates for Season 2, new missions, new exclusion zones, spawn updates, seasonal refresh, and more, along with the patch notes themselves. We're not going to go through all of them, but the enemy tuning, so basically they've kind of changed how the AI works in DMZ, which is super awesome. Changing how the spawn points operate, so it states that they're tuning some of the infill points of Al Mazrah for improved early match experience based on gameplay data. And then there's also some more information from the same tweet saying mission difficulty tuning, basically stating the reason for their changes to the mission difficulty, and how it was too aggressive for many players, stuff like that. And then also with Infinity Ward trying to fix the crashes of the game, increase stability of the game through bug fixes and so on. And then along with this, there will be a seasonal refresh. All new missions are coming to Season 2, including a refresh of your current faction mission progress and an inventory reset. We will be detailing all the need to know intel for DMZ ahead of Season 2 in an upcoming blog. And then additionally, they've added some new locations with a new exclusion zone coming in Season 2. And more importantly, the faction mission refresh will provide new missions that will send you across the destinations, including Building 21. Here's another tweet from Charlie Intel with information on the new map from Warzone 2, and along with that, the picture that is attached to the tweet stating these are some of the new changes coming in Season 2, and we have plenty of new content to share ahead of launch. Expect more information on the brand new small map coming to Warzone 2 next week, including the return of Resurgence. The full Season 2 announcement blog will be released on February 8th with upcoming posts from studios, including the full Season 2 patch notes, as well as blogs from the Call of Duty staff, all set to drop before launch. Additionally, with the Warzone news coming out, we are seeing a change to the looting system. Basically, the loot will now pop out on the floor from containers and player eliminations, reducing the spent time in the UI, which is a huge W. But kind of a negative on the same terms is all of the players will now have the same small backpack size, basically like what we saw in the first Warzone game. Also, another huge win is all of the several audio changes planned for Warzone 2, basically showing fixes, updates to the occlusion system, stating things like PC players may experience audio issues due to discrepancies in the number of channels they are outputting. And basically, audio occlusion is a filter that is applied based on the type of material that an object or a structure is composed of, primarily based on its thickness and how it blocks the full frequency of the sound. And then additionally providing us an example of a wastebasket that is tagged with the incorrect material may have occluded the sound, making the sound more difficult for the player to hear. And they leave off with, this issue will be addressed in the Season 2 update, and we continue to work on fixes and new audio features to better our players' experience. Lastly, for Warzone 2, buy station locations in Warzone 2 have been updated to better spawn evenly across the map in Season 2. Anybody who's super invested with Warzone 2 like myself, you'll quickly notice that all of the buy stations are congregated into one section, and it makes it impossible to hit the buy stations. But at the same time, it does make it more of a battle over the buy station, which makes it more fun in my mind. And then along with that, a definitive statement from Infinity Ward themselves about the buy stations, stating things like how they've ramped up their approach and how spawn locations have been added, adjusted, while also adjusting the spawns to be more static across the map, and as well as making the loadout drop markers unlimited, which is a huge W, and some more information on these strongholds. I'm not going to go through that one. All right, and there you have it, what we can expect to see in Modern Warfare 2 Season 2 once it releases. So hopefully that gives you an idea of the weird state that we're going through with Modern Warfare 2, and as well break down some stuff on what we should be expecting with Season 2's release. As always, I'm Benny Ben. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're someone that wants to keep up to date on all Modern Warfare 2 Warzone 2 content, make sure you hit that subscribe button for me with notification bells on. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.